I am specifically in Amherst, Massachusetts, and even more specifically in front of the old chapel at the campus of UMass, the University of Massachusetts, which is about 90 miles from Boston. Just to give you an idea of how much our country has changed, when this school was founded in 1863, it was called Massachusetts Agricultural College, or Mass Aggie. Alumni from UMass are a who's who: Dr. Bill Cosby, Dr. J. Julius Erving, folk singer Buffy St. Marie, Coach Rick Pitino, actor Richard Gere, and business legend Jack Welch. We're here on campus today to talk to a couple of football players who may one day be just as famous here in Amherst, especially if they can win just one more game than they did last season. That one more win would be the Division I FCS championship game. Last year, the Minutemen made it to the big game but fell to defending champion Appalachian State. Key to the success of this year's team are returning starters junior QB Liam Coen and senior receiver J.J. Moore. Atlantic 10 Coach of the Year Don Brown appreciates what he has in both of them.
The one thing that I say about Liam Coen is when he's under center, I know our team has a chance to win every Saturday. In the playoffs last year, when really I thought J.J. stepped up and became one of the top receivers in the country.
There is a chemistry between the two of them that was manifest in Liam's first game as a true freshman, September 2005.
My first game that I played, Colgate, I came in the second half, and we were down a little bit, and we weren't playing very well. I came in and threw an interception on my first drive, and but as the game progressed, I threw my first career touchdown to him, and he ended up going and catching 13 passes that game, and it was obvious that there was chemistry there. Every time he comes off the field and say we make a good pass or it's an incompletion, whatever it may be, he'll come back and we'll talk about, hey, what's the defense doing and what we could have done better to make that play more successful.
What Liam and JJ have on the field is special, but there is something beyond the game of football that bonds these two very different young men. The white kid, an only child from Newport, Rhode Island. The black kid, one of 8 siblings from the tough parts of St. Petersburg, Florida. The QB and the receiver, they both share the pain of playing for their mothers. Moms who no longer watch from the stands.
I never really, knew my mom until that, until I was like 12 years old. And, she lived for like 2 more years after that, till I was like in the ninth grade. And for those 2 years, I just tried to spend much as time as possible that I could with her.
JJ's mother died of complications from AIDS. Liam's mother battled Lyme disease until she could battle no more and took her own life. That happened after his freshman season at UMass.
She got bit by a tick 13 years ago in Nantucket, and it just stayed dormant in her and never came to the surface before, and it got into her nervous system and into her back, and it just moved its way on up to her brain. And she would just be in constant pain, spasm, migraines. It was a long few years for her, and I don't think what she did was selfish at all at this point anymore. I did for a while. At the time, we were on winter break, and I was back. Obviously, I was back home, and so I wasn't around these guys, and they came right as soon as it happened. All my friends came. Guys who I wasn't even really that close with came, and supported me and my dad and my family, and coach and staff came down. And it was just, I couldn't have asked for a better, response for the guys.
He has changed, but he's never changed the way he handles himself on the football field. I look at the football field for him as a place where he can go and just leave earth and compete and play the game he loves to play and put everything aside.
It's easy to give up when you're in that kind of situation. And you look at them and never once did they miss a beat, whether it was here or home, working out. You just know those type of guys are gonna stick with it. That, this is what they're here for. This is their life. And they take what they had off field and make it a positive on the field.
I love being on the field. I love being at practice. It's just, I always light up. I'm a better person, I feel, as though, when I'm on the field and when I'm around these guys.
Football is a gift, it's bringing me all these nice things, all the things that I ever dreamed for.
For Liam Coen and J.J. Moore, the UMass football field is indeed a field of dreams. Good luck to Liam and JJ and all the other Minutemen. Their goal is to be in Chattanooga, Tennessee on December 14th, playing in the championship game of the D1 Football Championship Subdivision. On campus, we'll be right back.